I'm a Chinaka citizen. I reside from Ikiskun First Nation near Windermere. And on behalf of the Chinaka Nation, whether you call this place your home as well, or you're just visiting, I would like to welcome you all to Chinakamakas, the homeland of the Chinaka people. Thank you.
Thank you, Jesse. I would now like to introduce our special guest, the Honorable Melanie Mark, Minister of Advanced Education, Skills, and Training. Melanie Mark was appointed as Minister of Advanced Education, Skills, and Training in 2017, and since that time has proven to be a strong advocate for students. Last year, she helped to usher in tuition-free adult basic education, and just a few weeks ago announced the intention to eliminate interest from BC government student loans. In her early days in the BC legislature, she served as the deputy spokesperson for housing and then as official opposition spokesperson for children and family development. She is passionate about building communities that thrive on quality social services, prosperous economies, and environmental sustainability. Please join me in welcoming Minister Mark.
Thank you, Diane. Good afternoon, everyone. Simgaget, Sigidamanak, Gubit Wiltsuk. In my traditional Niska language, I'm saying, honored guests, chiefs, matriarchs, it is my pleasure to be here with you this afternoon. I want to say that it's morning, but I did change my clock when I landed. This is my fourth return visit here at College of the Rockies. It is my pleasure to be here. Thank you so much, Jesse, for the traditional greeting and to acknowledge the Tanaha homeland and to acknowledge the resilience and the leadership of the Tanaha people. And I'm so proud that you're the board chair. And I want to thank all the board members that are here and faculty and students and staff, my colleague, my MLA colleague, who's here representing his riding. Thank you for your advocacy, and all other elected dignitaries for your advocacy. The first time, as I got appointed to as the Minister of Advanced Education, Skills and Training, I went out on the road and I visited all 25 public post-secondary institutions in 21 days. So if you have any idea about my passion, I'm very, very passionate about my file. And I'm passionate about the opportunity to bring education close to home. I'm an East Van kid. I grew up in East Van. I went to Native Ed and Douglas College and Simon Fraser University. But my family's Niska in Gitsan, from Hazelton and the Nass Valley. And my mom grew up in Haida Gwaii. So I have a really deep appreciation for how beautiful and diverse our province is, and the importance of being able to stay close to home with your family and to be able to follow your dreams and do what you love. I know that College of the Rockies is a destination of choice for students studying in early childhood education. I was here my last visit harassing the little ones down the hall. That was a lot of fun, and then I read them a story and I didn't want to go back to work. I was here for a trade announcement. I want to acknowledge the Patterson building, the Patterson family and their advocacy. I believe that the trades is in everything that we do. Our lights, our carpenters, our millwrights, you name it, our welders. We couldn't survive, we couldn't thrive in BC without tradespeople. But today, I'm here because of a call to action. When I met the students on my first visit across the province, they said 3 things were on their mind. 1, please address housing in our communities. It's not a Lower Mainland issue. It's not a 604 issue. It's a province-wide issue. The second thing they said was, please do something around mental health and wellness on campus. We want our campuses to feel safe, and we want to be able to go get the supports when we need it. The third thing was to address affordability. So thanks, Diane, for acknowledging what we've done to try to address affordability. You may have heard Budget 2019 made it interest-free on BC student loans. That was a major call to action from students. The third thing that I was able to do as minister with the Premier John Horgan, was make it free for former youth in care to go to school. College of the Rockies, there are 10 students going here. Those are 10 students that are getting a new chance in life. And I want to commend College of the Rockies for your leadership. on opening doors for young people that didn't probably have the best chances in their youth, but they can have greater chances in their adulthood. So I mentioned two things. Housing. Sorry, I mentioned housing, student affordability, and student wellness. I'm here to announce 96 new beds are going to be here for students at College of the Rockies. I just want to commend Lauren. Lauren took me around. I got to harass the students. My favorite thing to do is look at and see the residence that students live in, what's in their fridge, what do they do for entertainment, you know, all that good stuff. They cleaned up their room before I got there, so that was a lot of fun. But, you know, the importance of this announcement is this is going to be a deal breaker for community. I know that there's a really, really low rental vacancy rate. I think it's 1.2%. It's going to be a game changer for students that are going to live out, not in the woods. They're kind of like cottages in the woods. I don't want to give the impression that College of the Rockies is going for the chalet look. You know, it's a golf course right here and everything. But, you know, College of the Rockies is a destination of choice. And I think that you're doing amazing things here in the community. Congratulations to all of those who have advocated for these 96 new beds. They're going to fall within the Clean BC standards, so they're going to be energy efficient, which is really important to our generation. There are going to be 96 beds for students to cohabitate together. Megan, thank you for your work, and thank you to the resident advisors who are going to help with all the politics that go on in student housing. And thank you all for being here. It's really a great day to be back as the minister, and I look forward to coming back with other new opportunities. Hawa, tuksiazam.
Thank you, Minister Mark. We really appreciate the funding provided by the province for this additional much-needed student housing. I'd like to now invite Mr. Rick Jensen, the board chair of the Columbia Basin Trust, to come to the podium to say a few words.
Honorable Minister, invited guests, students, what a time and a hard act to follow. Thank you and good afternoon. I'm so pleased to be here with you today for this announcement. Affordable housing is a challenge across the basin. We know that housing is essential for healthy and resilient communities, and the Trust has made it a priority to help communities meet their housing needs with projects like this one. As the college has gotten busier and expanded their programs and opportunities for students, we know it's been difficult for student housing to keep pace with that demand, especially when students are only looking for rental housing for a portion of the year. The new residents will not only benefit students, but the greater community as well, as rental units are freed up in Cranbrook. We're honored to be part of a partnership between the College of the Rockies and the Ministry of Advanced Education, Skills and Training to help build this new residence. We want to recognize the College of the Rockies' efforts and dedication to supporting the needs of their students for additional housing. Congratulations to everyone that helped make this happen.
Thank you, Rick. We feel so fortunate for our partnership with the Trust and sincerely appreciate this significant contribution and your continued support of our college. At College of the Rockies, we say that we're small, college proud, and there's nothing we're more proud of than our students. I would like to now introduce you to one of those students, Miss Lauren Burge. In addition to being a full-time student, Lauren is an avid volleyball player and has been the team manager for the past 3 seasons of both of my favorite volleyball teams. Go Avs! Lauren, welcome.
Hi, and thank you for this opportunity to speak. My name is Lauren. I'm a pre-education student here at the college, and I've been here for 3 years, and I've lived at the Purcell House all 3 years. And this year, I'm also a resident advisor. I choose to stay in the residence primarily because of the convenience, but I'm also grateful for the opportunities living there has provided. Staying at the Purcell House was an easy way to meet new people and new friends. It introduced me to people from all over Canada and all parts of the world that I may have never encountered otherwise. It gave me access to communal events that off-campus students miss out on, and as a resident advisor, it provided me with employment opportunity that I can add to my resume when I graduate. I was excited to learn that the college will be able to double the amount of resident spaces on campus as a result of this funding. If I hadn't been successful in getting to residence, my experience here would have been much different and I would have felt much more isolated. I'm happy to know that soon more students will experience the benefits of living on campus, and I can't wait to see it. Thank you.
Thanks, Lauren. Over the past several years, our waitlist for student housing has greatly exceeded our available beds. This has created a challenge for students who then need to find off-campus housing and has also impacted the housing availability in the city of Cranbrook. These additional 96 beds will double our current capacity and will alleviate some of the current demand for affordable spaces in the community. Our plans for this new residence facility take into account our beautiful surroundings. 6 fourplex-style units will be nestled amongst the trees bordering our campus. These cottage-style units are designed to allow us flexibility for future additions as opportunities and needs arise. Although these units will be surrounded by trees and will embrace our natural surroundings, we're going to make sure that they are well lit, safe, accessible, and that there's a clear physical connection to the main buildings. Though funding for this residence expansion has been announced today, it has been a long process to get to this point. We are grateful for all the people from the college and the community who have provided their insight and knowledge during this process. I particularly want to thank our team in the Production Support Center for their important contribution and their technical expertise, as well as our Director of Facilities, Mr. Alan Nibbs, who has provided tremendous leadership on this project, and Ali Prince, the Director of the Capital Asset Branch at the Ministry of Advanced Ed Skills and Training, who has been a great help along the way and will continue to be part of our team as we go through the construction. Before we wrap up, on behalf of College of the Rockies, I want to once again express my gratitude to the Minister, as well as to the Columbia Basin Trust, for their generous contributions to this very important project. We look forward to welcoming students to our new residence facility starting in the fall of 2020. And so you can all see what we'll be welcoming these students to. I'd like to now ask that the conceptual drawings of the new student housing buildings be unveiled, and I encourage you to take a look at these before you leave today. And finally, I'm going to ask now that the podium party, I guess you've already joined me, for some photos, and after which Minister Mark will have some time to speak with the media. Thank you all again for coming today to hear this wonderful news for our college and for our region. Thank you.